Have you anything more to add to your opening statement, Mr. Afflockett?
Yes, Your Honor. I will prove and prove positively that these accusations are unfounded and a complete fabrication. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Buzz 1151, are you ready for your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Dickel Afflockett colluded with John from Arkansas and his Russian brother-in-law to rig this year's potato contest by sabotaging my crop using a potato-eating cockroach.
I object, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. Mr. Buzz 1151, you will have to offer proof and not just accuse innocent gnomes of sabotage.
Innocent gnome? Him? He's got guilt written all over his face.
I object, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. Another outburst like that, Mr. Buzz 1151, the court will hold you in contempt. Okay, Mr. Afflockett, do you wish to call any witnesses?
Yes. I call John from Arkansas, Your Honor.
I object.
Objection overruled.
Your Honor, I have a video deposition from none other than John from Arkansas himself. May I play this for the court, Your Honor?
Yes, Dickel. I mean, Mr. Afflockett, bailiff will play your video.
I want to say to this court, I have made my mistakes. But in all my years of potato growing, I have never won the Potato King crown. But I have won and earned respect. And in all the years of my potato growing, I have never obstructed justice. And I also think I can say, I welcome this kind of examination. Because people have got to know whether or not John from Arkansas is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned every potato I grew this year. And that is the truth. And that is my statement.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Well, hello, YouTube.
I'd like to welcome everybody to this new project I'm going to be doing, along with the Emerson and another project that'll be coming in a couple of weeks. As you can see there, that's a hint.
Here's a hint for you geniuses out there.
It says the Hallicrafters Company.
So?
Yes, indeed. I wonder what it is, huh? There's the Hallicrafters logo.
Nice!
There's the volume control on it. Any guesses out there?
I'm guessing that's significant.
And there's the model number. That should give it away.
What is it?
What we have here
is failure to communicate.
A 1948 or 49 Hallicrafters model T-54 TV.
This TV is a classic.
Here's your volume control, your horizontal, your vertical. Here's your on-off switch.
Hello out there in TV land.
Brightness. And it has push buttons. It's got from 1 to 13. Some of them work, but some of them don't stick in when you push them in. Probably needs cleaning. And there's a little thing here called tuning. Maybe that's some fine tuning adjustment there. Pretty cool, huh?
Well, that's pretty cool.
You think old Buzz can restore this thing?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Let's open the hood and take a look, see what's underneath it, alright? There's a peek underneath. Now there's no tubes installed in this TV, but I got the tubes in a paper bag.
Where's the tubes?
Here's the picture tube. This is one of the early electrostatic picture tubes. It doesn't have a yoke like the later electromagnetic tubes. Looks like somebody had put something here like putty or something to keep that. Maybe this thing came loose. Hopefully this picture tube is okay. Here's the high voltage box. We'll take a look at that in a minute. I've got the Sam's photo fact for it, and it's supposed to have a selenium rectifier right here. Well, if you look down here, it should be sitting right here, and it's not. So we know somebody has been in there and probably put a diode in there. Although I don't see the diode there, it's probably on the bottom. And we'll take a look at that in a bit. Here's a tag here. It says this is tested November 1st, 1948.
It's quality work.
So we'll just call this a 1948 TV. It uses a combination of octal tubes and the miniature tubes. And I can see there's some trimmers down here, and somebody had written on, like this one is A9, A2, A3. This says A7 here. So somebody's been underneath this. I don't know how much work's been done on it. Hopefully they knew what they were doing and didn't do some weird stuff to it, but who knows. Okay, it had 4 screws on it. Let's see if this is intact. If this is messed up, then I guess we just have a boat anchor then.
Gee, you're looking swell.
There's a coil there. Now, I've been talking to Brendan about this. This doesn't use a power transformer. It generates 5,000 volts for this another way. I'm not certain. Some of you probably already know and said, Buzz, you're a dope. Don't you know that? Well, no. I've never worked on anything like this before. So I'll learn about it as we go. Let's get a closer look at that. There you can see a little close. It looks in pretty good condition. At least it's not all black and burned out. Let's move our attention to the tuning mechanism here. Here we see the speaker. And here is the tuning thing. Let me just... There's probably a bunch of coils and stuff under here. It's tuned to the frequency of all the stations. Of course, nowadays we don't have to worry about that. As long as we can set it to channel 3, we can use a VCR or a DVD player and a digital to analog converter. Probably won't have to worry about the tuner. There's a shot of the picture tube. I don't know if this coating in here has come loose, but can you see the circular streaks on here? I don't know about that.
Me neither. Me neither too.
Here's the stuff probably holding the socket in there. Maybe it came loose. Hopefully it did not go to air.
I'll worry about that when the time comes.
Let's see if I get the tube out of there. I see one screw here, one screw here.
Well, hi there, sweetie.
Maybe if I take these knobs off. Looks like that's going to do the trick.
Aren't you always so clever with your schemes and your plots?
Watch this technique.
Oh, brother.
Looks like it's stuck around here. I'll have to examine this closer. I don't want to wreck it. There was a screw here on this other side here inside it. I think it's ready to come out.
Hurry it up, will you?
Looks like the speaker's got a connector on it. Yep. So we'll put that somewhere safe.
Think carefully about what you want to say.
There's the rubber thingy. And there's a plastic, round piece of plastic.
This is the one I'll be remembered for.
Brendan said this glass here is really thin, so you gotta be careful and not hit it against anything. Knowing Buzz, if you hear a big pop and an explosion, then that'll be Buzz messing with it. So, if I just pull on this, I think I can just pull it off.
Hey, be careful! Be careful!
I'm just taking a screwdriver and prying loose the base of the tube. There we go. Here we go. You can see these, whatever you call that. I don't know if that's supposed to be all filled in, but maybe not. Somebody wrote something on there. H58-5.
You're too smart for your own good. Has anyone told you that?
This is still loose. Hope that doesn't mean this is bad.
Don't let it spook you.
But
Has anyone ever told you you're as boring as you are ugly?
we'll put this away for safekeeping.
Oops.
I'm going to test the filament because there's not really any way to test these type of tubes with a tube tester. They don't work on this one. At least I don't know of any that would. So Brendan suggested I check pins 1 and 14, which is the filament. And I just thought I used my my little tester here. I don't use it much anymore. I should. So with this thing hooked up to it, it should see it as a resistor. And this is pretty accurate on low ohms, so let's just see what it reads, okay? So it measures 1.92 ohms. So that means that we should get a picture on this thing. And I don't have to spend big bucks on a replacement. So hopefully this tube will work.
All we can do is hope.
Let's keep our fingers crossed on that, huh? There you go, 1.29 ohms. Here's a straight on view from the front without the front plate and the tube. There's probably some screws on the bottom of the cabinet holding this on. Here's a shot from the rear.
Great ass!
We got some knobs here. This is the height, width, horizontal position, vertical position, and focus. Here's where the antenna comes out, and the power comes in through here.
That looks pretty good, Barney.
I think I want to take this this hinge top off here, and there's some screws here, so let me get that done. Okay, I took those 5 screws off.
Good.
Let's take this out of here.
Get out of there.
Here's the power interlock. When you lift the lid up, this unplugs the power from it. I'm gonna have to disconnect this. Holding the rubber feet on here are 4 screws here that probably hold the chassis in there, so I'm gonna loosen those up. Hopefully we can pull that puppy out and take a look at it. Alright, let's just take the last one out here. Everything's off, except one of the top ones is still in there, but it's almost all the way out, just to hold it in case it tries to fall out. And it did a little bit. Put these over here.
This is the critical moment.
4th one. Let's see if this thing is... Oh yeah, I think maybe I can pull it out.
Ah, you know, a man's work is never done.
See if I can get this power cord through that hole.
Pull, Whitey, pull!
Okay, I'm going to pull the chassis through, set this aside, and we'll take a look at the bottom of the chassis. Well, there it is. I have not peeked, so I'm going to be just as surprised as everybody else when I lift this up. What do you expect we're going to find under there? A nightmare? Or a neatly done work? Who knows? I'm also doubly excited because I gotta pee.
I gotta go pee.
But I want to get this shot in here, so here we go. This is it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, not too bad. Looks like it's been recapped here.
Would you like something for the pain?
I think this one goes over here. I'm not sure, but these are the high voltage ones.
I said turn that thing on and shut up.
These,
So big.
I don't know if these are originals or not. You know, it's very hard to say. But looks like these are old in itself.
Wow!
That looks like a replacement, as do these here. This reminds me of an old radio push button that you see me work on. Don't look that complicated though.
It's easy!
There's some coils here that were marked on the other side, remember? Don't want to damage those.
Shut up, will ya?
Solar capacitor here. Chicago, Sprague.
Oui.
Solar. Mallory. See if I can read that. This says 0.05 microfarad at 6,000 volts. So these are the big guys here.
Yes.
They're identical. Couple of aerial Vox dandy capacitors, 150 volts.
Fine, that's just dandy.
There's some more close-ups of the caps. Solar. Those big guys.
Big Daddy-o.
So there you have it, 1948 Hallicrafters model T-54. First look. I don't know when the next episode's going to be, but let's just take our time on this. Be patient, and sometime next year this will be completed.
Oh, brother!
I'm gonna have to get all my caps, which probably not going to be cheap,
You are so cheap.
especially these big guys here. But don't worry about that. That's my job. So until next time. This is Buzz. Hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.
We've got beautiful women and good brown ale. Plenty for everyone.
People will have to know whether or not John from Arkansas is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.